Welcome to your Google Chromebook tour. The first thing that we want to talk about is how to turn on your Chromebook. And it's a little bit different than a normal laptop. As you can see on the keyboard, there is no power button. So what you'll want to do is look to the right side of your Chromebook, and you'll actually see the power button is right here. It also has the volume, USB, HDMI. On the left side, actually, it's got your charging port and your headphone jack, just for future reference. So we want to turn on our Chromebook, and now let's take a look at the keyboard, which is slightly different than a PC keyboard. If you notice, there are no F1, F2 function keys at the top. Instead, there's this forwards and backwards as well as refresh. These are the same icons that are in Google Chrome. This just takes you to a previous website or forwards to a website in case you need to navigate back and forth. Obviously, refresh if a screen freezes, you can refresh that website. The next one is actually the full screen button. So if you want to enlarge something, the one next to that is called the screen switcher. So if you're working in multiple screens, you can pull those up by just hitting the screen switcher, which I'll hit now. And as you can see, I have a window with Google Chrome, and then I have my screencast up on my other window. So we'll go back in here. These are the brightness displays for brighter and dimmer, and then you have mute, making it quieter and louder on the volume. Last but not least is the lock button. So if you need to step away from your device, then you're going to hit this lock button. I'll hold it down. And as you can see, this is like the login page. It's got the shutdown option, and it allows you to log in. So when you turn on your Chromebook, this is what you'll see. You'll type in your Clark County email and your your password, sorry. So I'll go ahead and log in. Oops. And so that's basically the basics and the differences in how it will seem logging in. Although when you log in, you'll notice down here in the left, you don't have a taskbar per se. This is actually going to be where your apps are housed and the ones that you use the most frequently. So you can actually control which apps you have down here. This little magnifying glass is called your launcher. This allows you to search for other apps that you may not have put down here in this bar. So for example, say I want to find another app that I haven't saved down there. I can click right here on all apps, and this allows me to see all the apps that I have available for myself. So I can scroll through here. Let's say a teacher needs me to download one. I can always go to the Chrome store and I can find another app or extension there. Say you want to add one of these apps down here. You frequently end up using this calculator. All you have to do is click and drag it down, and it is now part of the easily accessible apps down here. If you want to get rid of one, say you don't actually end up using this calculator app that frequently, what you'll do is you will want to right click, which all you have to do to right click is touch with 2 fingers at the same time. And that gives you your right click options, and you can just unpin it. And then you can customize these as you want. The settings, similar to a regular PC, are over here in the bottom right. You can tell who is logged into this Chromebook. You can also fix any internet issues if there's a problem connecting. If you want additional settings, you click on settings. And within here, you can update your themes. You can kind of customize it a little bit to make your device exactly how you want it. So let's talk a little bit about Chrome. As I said down here, these are all your apps. Any of these apps you click will open in a Chrome browser. So for example, I'm going to open up my email. Notice that if I already had tabs opened, this will just give me another tab. And you can see down here, these that are illuminated in white were previously open. So if you notice, I have, I've got these open before this one was added. So all I had to do was click my Gmail app, and now it is up. This is called our search bar or Omnibox. And as you can see, here's that left-right arrow, the refresh button like you have on your keyboard. Over to the right of the Omni box or the search box, you have these extensions. We're going to learn about the difference between extensions and apps when we play bingo, but just so you know, your apps are down here, your extensions are up here. The nice thing about Google Chrome is that when you are logged in, which you'll be able to tell because your name should appear here, and if you have a picture, it will be up here. When you're logged in, Google Chrome saves all of your preferences. So if you have apps on your Chromebook and you log in onto your phone into Google Chrome, those same apps and extensions will be available to you. So it's going to save those settings as you go as long as you're logged in. Two more things that'll be super helpful for you is being able to take a screenshot. There's a couple different ways to do this. I have an extension called Snagit. I can record a video or I can take a screenshot of a region. So I'm going to select region, and all I have to do with these crosshairs is drag and drop, and then I would be able to take my screenshot. Now everything in Chromebook is going to download to your Google Drive. So if I take this picture, you notice now I can put some text on it, I can annotate it, but more importantly, I could download this and save it to my Google Drive. So everything will be saving to your drive. There's a second way that you can take a screenshot. It doesn't involve an extension, so if you don't have Snagit, you can hit Control and then the window switcher button. So Control, window switcher, and you notice it says that I have a screenshot here, and I can copy it to a clipboard, to paste it in. However, if I don't want to take a screenshot of the entire page, I can also hit Control, Shift, window switcher, and that allows me to take just a region. You notice now I have these crosshairs instead of a mouse, and I can drag and drop just like we did in Snagit, and then I just have that picture that is partially, it's not the entire page. Now, if you notice when I clicked on that, it brought me to my folder or my files. I can also access this here in files. When you take a screenshot, it's automatically going to pop it up. And this lets you save it where you want. It came to my downloads, but I could merely drag and drop this into my drive, and that way I can access it later. So, just to recap, one other tool that you may be really interested in is the ability to right-click if you want to copy and paste. A lot of people are used to using a mouse. However, on the Chromebook, the only difference, clicking once will give you just the typical click. However, if you click with two fingers at the same time, you will actually get your right click. So just two fingers clicking at the same time. One click is just a normal mouse, a left click, and two fingers clicking is your right click. I think that about sums it up. I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thanks so much.